Now at 9, one election season is over, but now another one begins. Tonight, a preview of this year's race for student government.
And as the semester starts to speed up, some students are becoming worried about their health. What one student says she is the most scared of.
Snow seems to be sticking around. I'll have the latest just ahead.
From the heart of Ball State University, live from the Unified Media Newsroom, NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
The student government election cycle set to begin this week. Good evening, I'm Tyler Brumman.
And I'm Brooke Beasley, thanks for joining us. We're expected to find out tomorrow the slates that are running and the candidates looking to be the next president of SGA.
But first tonight, Brooke, we're hearing from the current SGA president, Connor Sandburn, about the hot button issues and what the slates should expect.
Bold won 53.1%.
Oh my God!
It's been almost 1 year since SGA President Connor Sandburn found out his slate, named Bold, would take over as Ball State's SGA administration.
I remember we were sitting in DC 205. We had just gotten the call. Just so excited to have heard that and to know that we had a huge opportunity.
But in just a few months, a new team will take over, tackling some of the biggest issues across campus.
You know, after the year that we've had in 2020, I think we can kind of determine some of the topics that might be discussed. Coronavirus response on behalf of the university. We just passed the 1 year anniversary of the Mufasa incident with Shaheen Borna. So I'm sure some of these civil rights issues will come up.
But first, 3 debates. Debates Sandburn believes are crucial.
Now that these debates are going to be virtual, I think it provides students a lot more opportunity to be able to watch from home.
And while Sandburn's term is winding down, he hopes whoever takes over is able to have a lot of success.
I really hope that they can accomplish whatever they kind of put their mind to. I've already had some slates come to me, and you try and be as realistic with them as possible.
And here's the deal, folks. We have a huge announcement for you here tonight. NewsLink Indiana, we're your home for coverage of the student government election cycle this year. We're proud to be the exclusive broadcast partner for all 3 debates. The first one, it's going to be this Wednesday. Yours truly will be serving as the moderator of that debate. Coverage begins at 6 right here on NewsLink Indiana. Brooke.
With the implementation of a vaccine, the end of COVID-19 seems to be in sight, but there are those who are extremely worried about their health and well-being. Madeline Kerr had the opportunity to speak with some students and teachers about their worries.
With the spring semester in full gear, many students have become concerned with the lack of compliance regarding COVID guidelines.
I was a little nervous about just like the behavior of my peers and things like that.
For those dealing with compromised immune systems, safety is a big concern.
I am a person where if I got COVID, there is a very high chance of me being hospitalized and or dying.
Some students claim that staff and others in places of authority aren't taking the proper steps to enforce COVID guidelines, especially with the current isolation capacity at 95.8% and quarantine capacity at 97.6%. However, faculty members say that all precautions are being taken for students at high risk, and there are other options for them.
Feel as though they're safe. I also think that, students have the option, at least in my classes, and I know a lot of classes where they can, join virtually.
So it seems the problem lies in areas where accountability comes from peers, such as dining halls, dorms, and the recreation center.
I always get frustrated whenever I see them walk past people of authority and nothing gets said. I saw it the other day in the weight room, especially. People wear masks under their nose constantly in the weight room.
So then, what can be done to make students feel more safe?
There needs to be more confrontation. I think a lot of people are really scared of confrontation, but it shouldn't be up to the students to be the ones constantly fighting these battles.
Students can't learn unless they feel safe. Hang on, the vaccines are out, and just model it.
From Muncie, Madeline Kerr with NewsLink Indiana.
Any students experiencing COVID-related symptoms can visit the Ball State Health Center for free testing.
Some good news tonight in the COVID world. The U.S. recorded its lowest daily coronavirus case count in more than 3 months. The overall pace of vaccinations is also improving. 72% of distributed doses now in the arms. As of this morning, more than 9.5 million people are now fully vaccinated. More states are easing restrictions, and the CDC is also promising new guidelines for schools this week. However, average daily reported deaths are still stuck above 3,000 and rising in 9 states. Meanwhile, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention are reporting more than 2,000 cases of a rare condition linked to COVID in children. The condition is known as multisystem inflammatory syndrome. It's unclear what exactly causes the condition. The CDC says multiple organs become inflamed weeks after the child is exposed to COVID-19. Kids typically do recover, but in severe cases, it can result in complications such as heart damage. Most of the cases happen between the ages of 1 and 14. In Washington we go now. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg will be quarantining for 14 days after a member of his security detail tested positive for COVID-19. His chief of staff making that announcement today. Buttigieg tested negative this morning and has shown no symptoms. However, staff members say it's possible he was in close contact with the agent this morning as well. Buttigieg has already received his first dose of the vaccine. He is set to receive the second dose when he finishes the 2-week quarantine period.
As the COVID vaccine continues to roll out, many people are reporting frustration when registering to receive it. It's not always clear where to register. Sometimes there are many websites and they don't all update regularly. That's what Massachusetts software developer Olivia Adams discovered when she tried to help her mother-in-law register to receive the vaccine. So she decided to put her know-how to use to help others. Adams built her own website that tells people where and when they can get a vaccine, and it updates every 5 minutes.
I'm taking care of my newborn right now, and so when he's sleeping, I work on this. I've been working on it for about 3 weeks. I'd say I've put in 40 hours total. I was surprised at how decentralized everything was and how there were 1,000 different websites to go to, and I thought, how can I put my software skills to use to make this better in my free time?
Many people who are eligible to receive vaccines have been waiting weeks to receive their shots. For now, Adams' website only works for Massachusetts.
Also in your COVID headlines, the House is trying to help by working on COVID relief legislation, but lawmakers are divided over stimulus checks. Moderates want to lower the income threshold and give the full amount to people who make $50,000 a year or less.
Families making $275,000, $300,000 a year may not be the most in need of checks at this point.
From a political point of view, a little bit absurd that you would have under Trump these folks getting the benefit, but under Biden, who is fighting hard for the working class of this country, they would not get that full benefit.
And another big point up for debate, whether to include an increase to the minimum wage. We'll keep you posted.
As the COVID relief debates play out in the House, the Senate is preparing to hold its impeachment trial, something former President Donald Trump's legal team calls political theater.
It's just partisan politics under a different name.
But the impeachment managers say, while in office, President Trump abused his power.
We fight like hell, and if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
Trump's lawyers laid out their case in a pretrial brief Monday. They say the impeachment itself is unconstitutional.
Let's talk weather now, shall we? Officials say they recorded the deadliest week on record for avalanches in the U.S. 14 people have been killed since February 1st, according to the U.S. Forest Service National Avalanche Center. 4 skiers were killed Saturday after an avalanche swept through in a ski area near Salt Lake City. And obviously, Brooke, a lot of crazy weather out west, but I know here in East Central Indiana, we've been dealing with a lot of cold weather, and we're expecting some snow tonight from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I'm definitely ready for some warmer weather.
Yeah, hopefully we can get it soon. Natasha, how much snow could we get?
Well, some may be happy to know that we're going to be on the lighter side of accumulations tonight. That is because most of the snow is going to be off to our south. You can kind of see that here on the radar. We had a few flurries earlier today, but there is no shortage of cooler temperatures. Right now, temperatures across the area, 25 degrees in Bloomington, 20 in Lafayette, 27 in Shelbyville, 22 degrees in Muncie. In my full weather, I'm going to be tracking the snow that's on the way today and also into the middle of the week. I'll also be tracking some cloudy skies and Arctic Blast 2.0. Again, I'll have that later in my full weather.
All right, looking forward to it, Natasha. Thank you. Walk a mile in my shoes for a good cause. Find out the COVID precautions being taken while helping out Muncie Mission.
And a former first couple is taking on several new projects. Find out what they are doing after the break.
Riding the bus is an easy thing to do. Last year, we carried 60,000 riders from the Ball State area. 50,000 of those were students. Anywhere you want to go, Mitts will take you there.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Welcome back. With colder weather and continuing hardships of COVID-19, many local Muncie organizations are hosting events for relief efforts in the community. NewsLink Indiana's Lily Sedurol visited Muncie Mission to see how their week-long walk event will benefit the community.
This week marks Muncie Mission's 17th annual Walk a Mile in My Shoes. The annual event is all about raising awareness of the community's homeless and hungry, as well as raising funds to support Muncie Mission services. The annual event was originally hosted at the Muncie Fieldhouse. However, Vice President of Development Bob Scott says the walk looks a little different this year due to COVID-19.
We couldn't have the giant gathering that we've always had, and so this year we expanded to a Walk in My Mile in My Shoes week. So Walk Week is February 8th through February 13th, Monday through Saturday.
This new adaptation gives supporters the chance to walk wherever they desire, whether that be outside or on a treadmill. The Muncie Mission has created suggested routes specific for each day of the week. Routes feature downtown partnership routes, including the Muncie Fieldhouse, the YWCA, and Open Door Health Services. Scott says many of these suggested routes, as well as the time of year in which the annual event occurs, is all intentional.
So we keep it in February very deliberately to keep the emphasis on who we're serving and why we're serving them and what we're trying to provide for them.
To register, you can visit munciemission.org/walk to form a team or participate individually.
All right, I love this story right here. Oprah Winfrey wants to help you work on your mental health and your confidence. Winfrey is hosting a free virtual wellness event on self-love. It's just in time for Valentine's Day. It's called Your Life in Focus, Be the Love You Need. The event will take place on Saturday. It's being held in collaboration with WW, which is formerly known as Weight Watchers. Interesting stuff there. And also in your consumer news tonight, groceries are probably taking up a big bite out of your monthly budget, but experts say planning can help. We all need this.
Our food spending is the silent killer of our budget.
Yeah, obviously people are talking about this right here, budgetmom.com. They say it's one of those things. The site does have a few suggestions for you. Number one, always start with a list. They say you should take inventory of your pantry, fridge, and freezer. The website says shopping from home is the way to go so that you avoid temptations at the grocery store altogether. Experts also say that you should use a loyalty app and that you should buy generic over brand names.
Staying in the world of finance, Elon Musk is betting big on Bitcoin. His electric car company has already invested $1.5 billion in the digital currency. In a filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission, Tesla also says it could soon be accepting Bitcoin as payment for products. Having Tesla in its corner has given Bitcoin a dose of legitimacy. The price of Bitcoin was up in morning trading. Shares of Tesla were also up in pre-market trading.
A former first couple will be busy producing this year. Former President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama revealed a new slate of projects for Netflix. The Obama's production company is called Higher Ground Productions, and they're working on 8 different projects. They include a sci-fi feature, a young adult TV series, an animated preschool series, and a natural history docu-series. This is really cool. Netflix says the projects will be released over the next several years. And Natasha, obviously it's cold out there, so we are hoping that there is a warm-up on the way, but you know, if there isn't, it would definitely be nice to be able to just stay inside and watch some Netflix.
Well, you'll definitely want to be staying inside because, yes, we're going to be seeing snow and much colder temperatures later this week. I'll have more ahead in my full forecast.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Or maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
One in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother,
Yes.
you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse,
Yes.
you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Looking live right now over at campus, as you can see the snow just glistening out there. And by the way, we want to take a moment and recognize that we are back for our first show of the semester. It's great to be with y'all.
Yes.
And also this week, during our first week of shows, you're going to be meeting some new faces, including Brooke right here, my amazing co-anchor. A little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
I'm from Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I am very excited to be here. I'm very nervous, but feeling good.
You've been killing it today.
Thank you.
You know who else kills it? Natasha. What's happening in weather tonight? I know it's cold out there, and we've got some snow on the way.
Yes, it's cold, there's some snow on the way, and actually we've been seeing a lot of snow lately. You've probably noticed it all on the ground. Well, out of the 8 days that we've seen in February, 6 days have recorded at least a small amount of snow, which is a little crazy, and we did see some today. You can see that on radar here. We had some flurries start to trickle out of the area, and in the lower portions of Indiana, they're seeing heavier bands of snow, some winter weather advisories there. We could see some of this system move north, but most of the night it's going to stay towards our south. And I have that timed out on Precision Cast here. You can see around 1 a.m. the snow starts to move into the southern counties of our area. It becomes more widespread by the time we get to about 3 in the morning. Then by the time we get to Tuesday around 8 a.m., that's mostly out of the way. Going to see mostly cloudy skies, a few peaks of sunshine throughout the day, which will be very welcoming considering a cloudy week that we have ahead. And then by the time we get to Wednesday around 2 a.m., clouds are going to start to creep back in ahead of our next weather system. Temperatures remain cold. Temperatures across the area, we're seeing 27 in Cincinnati, 17 degrees up in Kokomo, 16 degrees up in Fort Wayne, not much warmer here, 22 degrees in Muncie. Tonight, temperatures dropping down to 15. Could see that snow again, less than 1 inch just because that's staying mostly off to our south. And we're going to be seeing some drier air take place as we head into tomorrow. That chance of snow, 60%. And as we get into tomorrow, temperatures are rising into the mid-20s, 24 degrees for the high. Again, we're going to see those mostly cloudy skies staying with us throughout the day. The winds to the north, 5 to 10 miles per hour, so not much wind chill concern there. Now, as we head into Wednesday, that's going to be our next chance of seeing some snow. Right now, we're just looking at less than 1 inch possible Wednesday night, but again, that could change as we get closer. That low dropping down to 16 degrees. So just be on the lookout for that as we go throughout the next couple of days. And we're of course going to keep you updated here on NewsLink. But I also want to talk about these cooler temperatures that we're going to be seeing later this week. Going to see this jet stream here separating cold and warm air, this colder air dipping down into Muncie. That's going to really begin to bring us that colder air. And if we take a look at the mid-7-day forecast, you can see that temperatures in the 20s as we go throughout the work week, and then we're going to be dropping down into the mid-teens later this week. So definitely going to be a cold Valentine's Day. Tyler?
Yeah, we don't like it. Quite cold-hearted for sure. Natasha, thank you so much. And hey, the Ball State gymnastics team, they're breaking records this season. We're excited about it.
And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are your Super Bowl 55 champions. We'll have their post-game reaction. Stay with us.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to theshelterpetproject.org and meet a few who are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to theshelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Problems. The ones nobody talks about at cocktail parties. We go looking for them. No matter the obstacles, no matter the odds, we surround a community's most critical problems, and we fight. United Way fights for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in every community. Will you?
It doesn't take a scientist to cure hunger or a fancy economist to create safe housing. It takes imagination, creativity, sweat equity. And I think of kids going to school hungry. Hunger, homelessness. In this land of plenty, seriously? Come on, we could fix this. Help out, or don't. The choice is yours.
Weeknights, NewsLink Indiana brings you the news before you go to bed.
But Friday mornings, you're waking up with Cardinal weather. We've got the latest news headlines.
Freezing temperatures have set in all the way down in Louisiana.
One man dead after flooding in Venice, Italy.
Up to the minute weather conditions.
Cold temperatures are the story this morning.
And of course, lots of fun.
It is not funny.
What on earth is happening there?
I feel sorry for the little guy.
I've got my socks on. Annie with her curly hair, which is actually never curly. Join us Friday mornings at 8 on Facebook Live.
NewsLink Indiana, I'm Vincent Martorano with sports. Some news just developing. Indiana Pacers assistant coach Bill Bayno has resigned from his position, citing mental health reasons. NewsLink Indiana will have more on this as it develops. And now our top story. Tonight, it's been 11 months and 1 day since the men's golf team has last played an NCAA match. Coach Fleck and the team have traveled to Dade City, Florida for the 10th annual Earl Yestingmeyer match play. The Cardinals enter the 6-team season opener as the top seed. Match play started this morning with BSU facing the 6th seed Evansville and then playing the defending champion of the season opener, 3rd seed, Drake, in the afternoon. That action will tee off tomorrow against 5th seeded DePaul. As golf keeps putting along, Ball State Gymnastics has been raising the bar, breaking record after record. I met up with Megan Teeter to talk about the team's new standard.
We definitely focus more on the small details. We have all the skills, we have the talent.
And those small details catching the eyes of a few judges here and there.
We just focus on getting our handstands, stuck landings, getting it. Just the small things. And
cards know when the lights come on and the mats roll out, it's go time.
When you work on those in the gym, it all adds up, and when you show out at the meet, the work's already there, so you just have to go out and perform.
And Teeter having a crucial role in the big win, tying for first place on the floor. That's showing that her growth and maturity from year one, aging like a fine wine.
Having experience in general, just already knowing what works for you at competitions and stuff, and just having a year of competing under your belt really helps, having confidence going into like this.
The Cards, earning a big win in its quad meet doesn't faze the team. Their minds doing one thing, thinking ahead.
Yeah, so I definitely think that we just kind of store that win in our back pocket, use it as confidence, but definitely just continue to work just as hard as we have this whole season and just keep building.
Time in 2 years that the Cardinals have broken this record. The Cardinals' next meet is this Friday at Lindenwood. Start time will be at 6 o'clock from St. Charles. And finally tonight, in case you missed it, Super Bowl 55 was last night with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers facing the Kansas City Chiefs in Tampa Bay. It was the first time ever a team playing in the Super Bowl was on its home turf. The Buccaneers beat the defending champs 31-9.
This really belongs to our coaching staff and our players. This is your trophy. I didn't do a damn thing. You guys won this game, all right? You came together as a band of brothers, and you made it happen. So proud of all of you. Thank you.
And in typical Super Bowl fashion,
I'm here at Walt Disney World as Super Bowl 55 champion, and it feels great, dog. It feels great.
All right, Vinny, definitely some exciting stuff. Thank you so much. We'll have one final check of weather when we come back. Stay with us.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just like the rules to surviving Zombieland, there are steps you can take to be prepared for an emergency.
It's the right thing to do.
Talk with your family to make a plan. Look for safe areas to meet up if separated. And stock up on supplies. It's never too early to get prepared, so start now.
Right now? Right now.
You can't predict emergencies, but you can be ready.
You're welcome, America.
Visit ready.gov today to learn more.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back, Brooke. I know you picked a really cool story for us here tonight.
A Connecticut man is making use of the recent massive snowstorms to recreate the inauguration meme of Senator Bernie Sanders. New Haven resident David Sepulveda is displaying his figure in front of his home. It features the Vermont senator in a coat and mittens like the ones he wore to President Biden's inauguration. Sepulveda has been making such unique snow creations for years. His past displays include dragons, Buddhas, and a President Snowbama.
Yeah, I love that. By the way, everybody has been looking like Bernie recently because of the cold weather. Natasha, one final check of that 7-day.
Yes, we're going to be seeing some snow coming up in the next 7 days and also some cooler temperatures by this weekend. So bundle up for Valentine's Day.
Absolutely. Thank you, Natasha. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a good night, everyone.